Do you have any specific reports or ways that you either analyze the health of the data in your Marketo or maintain it?
Yeah, it's a good question. So obviously, being a Marketo champion, Marketo is one of my things, my go-to, if you like. It always has been because I can do so much with it. So a specific report that I like to use, and it kind of extends beyond pivot tables that I can manipulate almost quite manually because I don't mind the manual manipulation necessarily if it gets me a result that's going to give me a return on investment of that manual input, right? So there's that element there. So what I do is I use people performance reports within Marketo, and that's a kind of a fancy pivot table, but it means that I can analyze people at lots of different stages by kind of connecting smart lists into it and pulling lots of stuff into it. And then Marketo does the math, if you like, for it. Also kind of really, I look at quite a lot of Salesforce reports as well in terms of like opportunities and tracking back from those opportunities, and then on their behavior and touch points there, because sometimes I can't get everything in Marketo, and some of that is the behavior afterwards, because anything that I try and look at from a campaign perspective has to be tied up to the conversations they're going to have later down the line. So I'm very conscious that as marketers grow into different technologies, is remembering what happens when the actual conversation's happening. Never lose sight of that consistent story. Otherwise, you'll see an inconsistency in how your campaign will perform, because the real storytellers are the sales guys that pick on the phone. That's their bread and butter. Like you correctly highlighted, John, you've sold kind of software for a while, so naturally your go-to is to tell a cohesive story, and those guys are the experts. So it's always good to touch base with people on the other side, and that can be people such as customer success as well. Get the full picture.